shot.
The amount of coffee that I've drank today is not good. It's really bad. Oh. We are in Anaheim, California at PCBC, which is a construction event where we're talking about all sorts of different things. We're gonna take you guys inside, have a look at this event. We're also gonna go look at some vendors, see what they have to offer. Think of this as like a scaled down international builders show. It's also one of the few events that we have hosted here in California, so it's always nice to be close to home. But we are here with Huberwood, Huber Engineered Woods, Advantech, Zip System, that whole spiel. Let's go inside and check this place out. So with this event, we are in Southern California, and you guys know, you've seen Zip System being used on our projects many times before. It's really hard to get it out here. It's becoming a normal thing now, but when I first started using it, I was importing sheathing from out of state to get it here. And it's nice to see it slowly being adopted and used on many different projects, from smaller tracks to bigger customs and everything in between. So Tim Euler, Awesome Framers, links in the description down below, is out here with me. We're doing some awesome demos, talking about the products. There's even a timed race where I have a 2-foot window with stretch tape, and I currently hold the record. Nobody can beat me to peel the back off, put it in there, make it beautiful, roll the thing. I'm under like 55 seconds. Nobody's been under a minute yet. But overall, it's a great time out here. If you guys aren't attending events like this, they're fairly cheap to go to. And not only that, if there's a few of you that want to reach out, we can either meet up outside the event, or I can get you tickets to come in. However it works.
Does it officially start tomorrow, right? Yeah, okay. And what time? Okay.
It's so hot in here. It's like 110 in here. They said it's $10,000 per day to run the AC. There's 400 people in here, and apparently we are not worth $10,000.
You guys want a bottle of water, snack, or anything?
Love one.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bottle of waters?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
So we don't need to worry about them walking around
until Thursday. We're gonna have
If it's outside and you want me to walk outside because it's really hot in here, I'll do that for you.
Yeah. Let's go take a trip, check out the trailer, and we'll make it work for your while.
That sounds swell.
So for next time, you take care of it, right?
Yeah, that's like a fire.
The only reason we're here is because there's a baseball game. Sticking to it.
I was really hoping one of us would trip.
You know, I had to focus on step.
As soon as I saw.
Watch me.
We both know I'm better looking than Matt, but Matt's convinced that his corners will be better looking than mine. No pressure, no pressure.
Oh. I'm splitting down the center.
Hey, somebody smells good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's beautiful. Weirdly, that might be the best.
You know, when I was like 17, I really wanted to be Slash.
Yep.
The tears, leather pants, raiment, the hair. Oh man. And it's on camera. I'm really glad I was it.
You bet. You'll look right here, so you should capture that.
Day one of presenting. Really don't know what we're talking about yet. We're gonna wing it. Tim and I have no plan at all, but that's a great plan. It's gonna be authentic. Oh, they have chocolate covered strawberries. We just found the best booth in the house. That was beautiful.
Most important steps, always roll the tape.
That looks better than both of ours.
Yeah, that's true. Let's be fair.
I knew you were strong.
Nice.
Pointing it
We
right
tried
at
to
my
make
face.
a slingshot out of it, but it doesn't have, it's not like a rubber band. It doesn't store energy. Yep. You can't easily get to.
Yeah.
You know, like where maybe you can't quite fold tape around
Yep.
because they went and they put it too close to the inside corner. Then it's like you're basically caulking it right with liquid plastic.
I think another big misconception is that these panels aren't exactly waterproof. And I know I got pushback when I first started using the product on the coast. People were thinking that every single nail hole needed to be covered. It was a problem area for us because builders were walking it thinking, okay, well, these are gonna leak, these are gonna leak. It was a process. And what does that look like? It's over halfway driven through the panel?
We don't have to seal the nail heads in the field.
At all.
Other manufacturers might require you to. Huber doesn't, because our field penetrations, we don't get water through them. Jake Bruden's got a great video where he put a fan on the other side, and they just hosed water at it. Even under negative pressure, could not get water to come through the nails. And it makes sense, right? If I'm dry inside of a house, the seams are taped, there's no roofing on, and we're in there framing, how come we're not in Washington rain? What do they call them now? Atmospheric rivers. We get 3 inches of rain in a day.
Wow.
Why aren't we getting water through all of those nail heads?
Yeah. That's a great
Just
thing,
don't
too.
overdrive. But we're in Southern California. We're not overdriving anyway, right? Because we're
No,
getting shear
we can't.
inspection. So if we nail the panels properly to avoid property destruction or loss of life in an earthquake, isn't that what we're doing? It's safety. That's why we built
That's the
shear
whole
walls.
goal with it, yeah.
Yeah. They're not, our housing isn't supposed to be disposable, right? So if we're going to build shear walls because of the big earthquake, we're going to take the time to keep the occupants safe.
That
Well,
comes
then
down
that
to
sets
a
us up.
proper product install, though.
Yeah.
And that's, you have to have your crew aligned with the products that you're putting up.
Yeah.
And it can be a little bit of a disconnect from, say, the office to the field, but it's something that needs to happen. And that's why Huber's been great as far as educating goes, getting people out to talk about anything and everything when it comes to the product install itself. And I think the more we can do that, the better off we're going to be. This is really big. This is like an overview. I don't know if you guys are able to see through the glass, but
So there's a lot of challenges no matter where we're building. And unfortunately in California, you have an awful lot of challenges. So what's the approach that Steve and I take? Hit it, man.
So just, hey Paul, will you come build my house in Texas? Yeah, no problem. I said my crew, put you guys up in the hotel, let's go bust this out.
it's a cakewalk out there.
It's like
They've got pour in place straps.
How many more you want me to build
Exactly.
here? But people don't understand there are no, I get it, everybody has their methodologies of building in different states, but there is nothing like California.
You're going to see if you can flash the window, just the sill pan, in 1 minute or less.
I think we could do this.
My money's on 58.5 seconds.
Oh.
On your mark, get set, go. Including rolling, by the way.
Including rolling.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can do it, you can do it.
That's going to hurt me.
You're only at 10 seconds, you got it.
Only at 10 seconds. That's how every live demo goes. Something goes
yes.
wrong.
At least you're not bleeding.
Yes.
20 seconds.
Oh, this is not going to be pretty.
No,
Tim.
it's good.
It's not going to be pretty.
We're not grading on appearance. This is not. This is just the talent portion of the competition.
You literally told me when I got here that you're more handsome than me.
Well, I didn't even need to say it. 36 seconds. 42 seconds. Oh yeah, you're gonna easily beat 58 seconds. 50 seconds. Get it all rolled. 54. 56.47. That's pretty good.
Just don't look at it.
No, that looks good. All right, so Matt just demonstrated he's the world's fastest sill pan flasher.
Flasher.
That's also his online gaming name. So now Aaron is going to demonstrate as a rep that he is just as fast or faster. I'll tell you when to go.
You got to hold it out and get prepped, my man.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
There we go.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That was just creating tension.
Yeah, it's working.
Ooh, that's a cleaner. That's a cleaner.
Yeah, you've already got me beat right there.
10 seconds in.
Oh, different approach.
Different approach.
Too high.
Bring him down, bring him down.
You've been lying to your wife about what 6 inches looks like.
23.
Oh no! I'm not high enough.
You got time. Don't panic. 31 seconds.
That's all I need. I only need 30 seconds.
Don't forget to roll it. You're at 40 seconds. You got 15 seconds left.
Mm.
5 seconds left. You gotta roll it. You gotta roll it.
I'm not gonna make it.
When do
This
I
is
start?
embarrassing. This has got to be my worst roll job. Roller. Oh!
See, that's cheating. That's how you do it. Although you didn't. No one did cheat. 112. Okay, so Rourke is our Southern California rep, and we're gonna see if he can beat the time. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'm already behind.
Oh.
No problem. Don't worry about it. It's all gonna work out.
It was the sweaty palms.
Mom's spaghetti.
You can do it. You can do it. Go from the other side.
All right, guys.
12 seconds in. You got it.
Seconds, no problem.
You got it. See how supportive I am?
Oh, there we go. That was a good one.
Do that. I'll even clean up for you. You got it. 24 seconds. You got it.
Are we still good?
Yeah, I think you're gonna get it. stacked against you, but you're going to do it. 33 seconds, 34 seconds. Go for it, just go for it. You got it.
Slam it in there.
And the roller's close by, I hope. 45 seconds. Matt, I think he's got you. You want me to kick the roller off the platform? 51. Oh, you got 2 seconds left. No. Okay, you were about 55.
They tell you to drill the holes in the top where it's under tension, compression,
In the middle.
as opposed to in the middle.
Can't count them on, it has to be 2 inches down.
Now
and
we're
2
talking
inches above.
framing, which, okay, your turn, Tim. First job on a job site.
Broom and cleanup. Yeah, that was all of our first jobs. Brian's, mine, Dad. He'd still be doing it. Actually, I think that's my favorite job. Mindless, take tool bags off, turn up the music.
Most rewarding.
Yeah.
My first job on a construction site was at the
Carving stone wheels?
Merrimack, Merrimack, New Hampshire Budweiser plant,
Carving stone wheels.
where we took apart all the temporary framing for the construction of the different like brew pots and everything, and we salvaged that lumber to build stuff at my brother's house. So my first job was deconstruction.
It's a small town.
That is
America.
pretty cool.
We put in, we dug graves and put in foundations for headstones and stuff at the cemetery.
Oh, really? You're a grave digger.
I was a grave digger at one point in my life.
That's amazing.
You want to talk about a crappy job? The first like 2 feet is easy, but then you have to get into this like level switching, and it gets harder and harder.
All of us clearly love the building trades, but how do we get more people involved in the trades? Be as passionate about it as each of us. How do we do that?
I'd like to hear you guys go first.
So I think the very first thing is set the right example, right? I mean, for me personally, both my daughter and son have gone to architecture school and are going to come aboard and work with me. So I think for me personally, I take that as kind of personal testament to, I showed them something right.
I have no idea. I think social media is part of it, though, is people can see us, what we're doing, what we're trying to learn to do. They can see us have fun, and maybe that's a little more. I know early on, we had quite a few friends that were like, what do you guys do, just goof around all day? No, because they would see the work get done, and we goofed around all day. And they realized it was much more technical. Isn't it Mike Rowe that calls them gray collar jobs now? It's not blue collar, white collar, but there's the physical aspect to building, and there's the mental aspect, and that's the part that in the past maybe people didn't appreciate. So I think talking about that, promoting, construction's difficult.
It's not easy, and that's something
Yeah,
that I
it's
think a
fun
lot
too.
of people fail to push. We have a lot of nonprofits out there right now that push this like overjoyous example of what the trades are. And I tell every kid that I talk to, like, you are going to work your ass off. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. I'm curious though, what would you tell somebody that was 18 that was thinking about getting into it right now? Is it a career path that you would suggest them follow? Trade school? I like to give kids options. Graduate high school and then have the ability to go to school to be an architect, an engineer if you want to. Don't limit yourself. So,
Yeah, if I could redo it, I think I would go HVAC or, because it's technical.
you would specialize.
I would specialize.
Really?
Our engineer, every time I talk to him, he's like, you should have been an engineer. And I'm like, yeah, Terry, except I don't want to do the math. Ironically, as a framer, we do math, right?
Yeah,
But I was done with
unfortunately.
school. When I was just done, I wanted to be outside.
Being a builder with my brothers many years ago, one of the things is that we get attracted to the building industry because it is kind of like using your brain and your muscle. But there comes a point in time that you either have to make a lot of money off your own labor or develop a business. And to me, that's a critical part of the career path that we should let 18-year-olds know that, yeah, it's going to be really fun to build stuff and work on job sites. But if you don't understand the business of building, you're going to get to a point where I only make enough money off my own labor. I've got to figure out how to run a business.
Yeah.
And there's just tons of examples of small building companies that are really good at what they do, but they're not exactly sure how to run the business.
Pretty much all communities across America will sit there and complain about, well, we don't have enough housing, we need more housing, we need more affordable housing. But then every program that's associated with people to do the work has been cut out of their community, right? All of the schools have cut wood shop and all of this stuff that, you know, that I remember when I was in middle school and junior high and high school. And somewhat cease to exist. The whole industry would support that effort somehow, right? If schools said, hey, we want to reopen our wood shop, we need some help, right? You'd have material companies supplying materials to them. You'd have tool companies giving tools to them. And so I can't see it as being this hardship, but it's just really interesting to me that they, like, you can't complain about something that you're not willing to serve and help. And all of the communities across America their first thing is, oh, we need more housing, we need more laborers, we need people to do this work. But they're not fostering an environment to provide that work.
I brought along our creative team to show you guys what it was like to attend a trade show in the case that you'd never been to one. Prior to International Builders Show in 2019, I had never stepped foot in a trade show and didn't know what to expect. And I want to give a huge thanks to Huberwood for bringing us out here and letting us take over their stage. In my honest opinion, the International Builders Show and World of Concrete are the two shows that I would recommend most. PCBC is a much smaller scaled down version and more so local to the Los Angeles and Northern California area. If you guys have any questions about trade shows or anything you saw in this video, please drop it in the comments down below. If you need help getting into one of these shows without paying a hefty ticket price, feel free to get in touch.